young women gone missing almost a decade apart, both connected to the same man. Now he is under the microscope, but staying silent as the parents of the missing women plead with him to reveal whatever he may know. My Nightline co-anchor Juju Chang is on the case.
She's not the type of person to just go missing.
She was just my best friend. I do want answers. I don't want to go years without knowing where my daughter is.
It's been almost 6 months since Jessica Runions left a party and seemingly vanished into the Kansas City night.
So you immediately knew something was really wrong?
Yes.
And what did you tell them?
My daughter's missing.
Jessica's beloved SUV found abandoned, burned in the woods, but she's nowhere to be found.
Yeah, it was actually right in here, this area here.
And all eyes are on this man, Kyler Yost. Authorities say he's the last person Jessica was seen with on that fateful night. He becomes fodder for local news.
Did you kill Jessica? Did you?
Connected to not one, but 2 missing women in the area. At 21, Jessica is known for her easy laugh and playful spirit.
We like to drive around and blare music.
The oldest of 3 girls, she's a role model, her family says, to 14-year-old Megan and 6-year-old Michaela.
I love you, Jessica.
Her mother, Jamie, holding on to the memories of their last times together.
That's my last one of the 4 of us.
It's a special picture, though.
Yes, it is. It shows our closeness.
Jamie letting us into their lives for her first extensive TV interview since her daughter went missing.
This is the first time I've ever talked about my daughter. I can talk about facts. I can talk about anything and everything about her, but it's just the sentimental stuff like future, past. It's good. Yeah, sorry.
It gets tough, but it's a hard situation, you know. The family, it tears the family apart, period. Everybody might seem like they're strong, but it's tough.
Jessica was working as a pastry chef at a local retirement home.
I did it! Jessica's going to start back to school in May.
Those dreams now sidelined, replaced with countless questions and few answers. Her disappearance making local news headlines.
Jessica Runions hasn't been seen.
They haven't found Jessica.
She is still missing at this hour.
Thursday, September 8th, Jessica is at a party with friends.
6 to 7 people there. They were just sitting around, drinking beer, watching TV, just goofing off.
She reportedly leaves with Kyler Yost, a longtime friend of her boyfriend. Kyler, a man with an alleged history of violence towards women. He'd just gotten out of prison on a drug charge.
She offered to give him a ride, or did he ask for one?
They came together, from what we were told.
And then what happened?
Nobody could contact her that next day. She was supposed to have been to work. She didn't go to work.
When did you first get that sinking feeling that something was terribly wrong?
When she didn't show up at her doctor's appointment in the afternoon. I called her boyfriend. By 8 o'clock, I told him to meet me at the police station in South Kansas City.
Hours later, police find Jessica's black Chevy Equinox, its interior destroyed by fire, in an isolated, wooded area just off the road.
With a burned out vehicle, no telling what you're going to find, if anything. High heat will destroy any DNA for the most part. Any fingerprints would probably be gone, anything like that.
There is no sign of Jessica inside.
That was my worst fear, that she was burnt in the car.
In a funny way, it gave you hope.
I still have hope, no matter what.
A search party scours the wooded areas nearby. They come up empty.
It's suspicious circumstances to find her vehicle unoccupied, burned in a remote area. So we're very concerned for her safety.
Early the next morning, Kyler Yost is arrested, accused of setting Jessica's car on fire, charged with knowingly burning a vehicle. He's pleaded not guilty, denying any involvement with her disappearance to 41 Action News.
Kyler, where's Jessica?
I have no idea, sir.
Kyler had a troubled childhood. Court documents allege that he was physically and sexually abused as a child and that he drank and started doing drugs at age 12.
If you could talk to Kyler, what would you say to him?
Just tell me where my daughter is. I mean, I don't care about anything else. I just want to know, good or bad.
Molly Hastings is Kyler Yost's lawyer.
So Jessica Runions' mother is essentially begging him to speak out, but you've advised him not to.
Any attorney worth their salt would give him the same advice. And this is not advice to further punish or penalize Jessica's family. Kyler has not been charged with anything outside of knowingly burning this car, and that is, again, a charge we pled not guilty to and that we intend to fight.
Kyler Yost is still in jail, waiting trial on charges relating to the burning of Jessica's SUV. He has never been charged in connection with Jessica's disappearance, but were there disturbing signs in his past?
The court documents show almost an escalation of violence against the women in his life.
Anytime you have domestic violence in a relationship, there's generally an escalation.
In 2011, an ex-girlfriend sought an order of protection against him, alleging that Yost choked me and slapped me and punched me, saying that he threatened to kill me and my family and my baby. But it's what happened to Kyler's other ex-girlfriend almost 10 years ago that's the most alarming.
Kara was 17 when she went missing. She was just a normal teenage girl.
If Kara loved her friends, loved being around people, she always had a smile.
Her parents say they noticed a personality change after she started dating Kyler. They say he isolated her from friends and family.
His idea was to separate her from us so he could have the control and manipulation over her.
Later, her family says they started noticing bruises and that she told them stories indicating physical and emotional abuse.
She said he grabbed me by the throat, slammed me up into the corner of the door, and said, "What are you going to do now, b****?" And she said, "Dad, I thought he was going to kill me."
Kara filed for an order of protection against Kyler, citing he had a knife in hand and said, "I'm going to slit your throat." These are the last known images of Kara Kopetsky. On May 4th, 2007, she left school early and disappeared.
What about the disappearance 10 years ago of Kara Kopetsky?
He has never been charged with any crime related to her disappearance. I have every expectation that had there been enough evidence against Kyler to have charged him in that young woman's disappearance, that they most certainly would have, and they haven't, and it's been 10 years.
And yet 10 years later, he is still a person of interest in that case.
I think Kyler will be a person of interest forever based on the fact that public opinion has already made up its mind.
For Belton Police Lieutenant Brad Swanson, Kyler Yost has stuck with him for nearly a decade.
This, at the time of Kara's disappearance, this was the high school.
A decade later, Kyler is still a person of interest.
Yes, you could say that. Person of interest is somebody who has a possible motive. We've been able to eliminate a lot of people through that process. We have not been able to eliminate Kyler.
That doesn't technically make him a suspect.
Correct. That just makes him somebody that I can't rule out.
This is where we meet once a month, maybe sometimes twice a month.
But for Jamie, it's not about Kyler, it's about answers, her search for the truth, and bringing together a community of support.
40 of us get together, we brainstorm, we hit the maps, we talk about the maps.
The garage, now a makeshift missing persons headquarters.
We took over 100 people within the first, 3 weeks? We cleared from the back part all the way up to the housings.
The search is a family affair. Jessica's father, John Michael Runions, searching with his team. Jessica's grandfather is also wanting this nightmare to end. He often searches for Jessica at night, driving the same route he thinks she would have taken after that party.
The hardest problem is there's no closure. You know, that's the thing. Everybody's looking for a little closure. Jamie's pretty strong, but eventually there's a time when it's gonna hit her and hit her hard.
Are you afraid of what you could find?
It'll be hard, but the thing of it is, we found her. Either way. I mean, it will be hard, but the thing of it is my wish will come true. Her nightmare will be over, and she will be with us, no matter what.
A wish now shared by these two families, united in grief, still searching for answers. For Nightline, I'm Juju Chang in Kansas City, Missouri.
Our thanks to Juju for that report.